What up, and welcome. I'm Matthew Msengati, the designer and developer. This is my YouTube channel, Coded Design, where I teach coding and user interface design. This is a series, 5-minute PHP. So in the previous video, we were talking about data types, and we were here on data type null. Also, there is another a data type in programming in general, which is called an array. Let me just say an array. How do you declare an array in PHP? Let's say r is equal to then empty array. So this is an empty array. Obviously, I don't want to get into detail as to what an array is. I will get into detail when we are actually implementing and also showing what is an array and how can you use it. But an array is just a collection of values. I think that is enough for now. It's just a collection of values. So this is an array of a string, as you can see, because I've got strings inside there. So this, when you want to access it, it's in this array at position 0. This is at position 1, at position 2, and position 3, and that is an array. It's like you can have like different names in one variable, which is the name will be John, Matthew, and so forth. So that is an array. Now let's get to a special type of a data type, which at the moment I'm just gonna say to you it's a custom data type, let's say, because here we were talking of numbers, we were talking of strings, we are talking of floats and double and whatever. Now I'm going to talk about a special type of a data type, which is an object. It's not special in programming language, but it's special in this case of this course, or in this case of being a beginner, because this type of a data type is the one that we're going to talk about a lot, and that's why there is object-oriented programming, because of this data type called an object. So let's just say an object. So when I mean an object, I mean you can create your own data type, which is going to be a class. However, this type, let's say, of a data type, it's not for beginners. I'm not going to spend more time on explaining it because it's complicated and it's going to be too long. And remember, we are only shooting for 5 minutes, and now I'm round about in 3 minutes or something. So in a programming language, you can create your own data type, which will be, let's say, class items. Say that we are working in an e-commerce system where there are items to be sold. So as you can see that I'm declaring this type, now I'm creating it. And then how can I use this type just like these ones? So now what I'm gonna do, I can have a variable called items equal to, now when I want to assign this is an object. Now when I want to assign a type of an item, I will say new items, and that will be it. No, not square bracket, better this one, better than that one. So one might ask, this variable, the data that is inside, it's a float. This one, the data that inside is a boolean, and this one, it's null. What about this one? The data type of this variable, it's of items. As you can see, we have created it. This is I think it's more of an advanced, it's not an entry level, it's object-oriented programming, meaning that you can even create here quotation, you can create a quote. That means now the class item does not exist. We must change this one to quote. This is object-oriented programming. So I think for now let's stick here for the variables, because these ones that I've mentioned will take you far, so I think let's just end here for now, and then we will continue with variables. In the next video we are going to talk about variable naming conventions in PHP. Otherwise, for me, Matthew Msengati, thank you so much for watching.